21 Pilots recently released their newest album, Clancy, and with it did something that most bands never do: released music videos for every single song on the record. For a band with as much lore as they have, they are bound to have some Easter eggs, references, and little details that fans could miss upon a first watch, and I'll be going over all of them that I could find in this video. Starting off with Overcompensate, the first interesting thing we notice is when we are shown Josh playing the drums in the Dima Auditorium. Behind the stage are 9 red lights, symbolic of the 9 bishops of Dima. We also see that Josh has on an interesting scarf with something written on it. This actually reads Torchbearer in Ukrainian, a nod toward the country that they filmed Nico and the Niners in. Another outfit Easter egg is the stole that Tyler wears. Upon first look, you might assume that it just has a foreign language on it, but it actually says Clancy forwards and backwards. Diving a little deeper into the background visuals, in the bridge of the song, Tyler is seen presenting a bunch of documents to the citizens of Dima. These documents look very familiar to us. They're the letters and images that were posted on the DMA.org website. But they actually aren't. Most of these are actually from the Bandito Immersive Experience, believe it or not. This was a Spotify experience that was available in 2018 where fans could virtually take a journey through Dima and discover the meaning behind some of the era's symbols. Towards the end of the video, we see Tyler back in front of the 9 lights, but this time there's a difference. One of them is blinking. Now, when I first noticed this, I wanted to believe that it was some kind of code, but unfortunately, if it is, no one has been able to crack it. It's most likely just meant to symbolize that one of the 9 bishops, Keon's, is dead. Finally, the last little Easter egg we see is a callback to the Fairly Local music video, where Tyler performs similar mannerisms as he did in that video. Moving on to next semester, the first noticeable thing is the guitar strap that Tyler's using. It has the same pattern as his stole worn in Overcompensate, which is interesting because it blends the reality between the narrative and the real world. On the walls of the venue, we see a bunch of posters and flyers, most of which just appear to be for aesthetics. But there is one that stands out, a poster of Trash, the dragon that was on the cover of their previous album, Scaled and Icy. During the second chorus, when Tyler is standing in the middle of the road, we see him dart out of frame 4 times. He's dressed the same way for the first 3 times, but on the 4th, he has on his Clancy mask, yet another blending of the 2 realities. The last interesting thing about this music video is the callbacks that it has to previous music videos. The segments in the road give off the same vibes as Heavy Dirty Soul, with a car hurtling towards someone in the middle of the road. At the end of the video, Tyler walks through the venue crowd playing his ukulele. This moment is reminiscent of the car radio music video, where Tyler walks through a crowd with a similar neutral face look to it. Next up is Backslide. Right off the bat, this video is filled with little Easter eggs. First off, we see Tyler purchase a bag of Ned's Bread's hamburger buns. Ned is a creature in the lore that's meant to represent Tyler's creativity, and has gotten cameos in many of their videos before. Walking outside the storefront, we see a ton more references. First and foremost, we see a sign that reads FPE, Food, Petrol, etc. Dedicated fans will know that FPE is an important acronym to this franchise that originated from Few, Proud, and Emotional in the lyrics of Fairly Local. Since then, it has had a variety of different meanings, but this version has actually been seen before in the Scaled and Icy livestream experience. It appeared on the front of a building in the song Mulberry Street. Below that sign, we see a trash can with a dangerous Ben symbol on it. This symbol is new in the lore and is mentioned in the song Overcompensate for the first time. We also see a lot of posters on the windows of the store that all reference something in the band's lore or personal life. There's a sign that reads Bayou, sale 9 for $21. This not only references Ned Bayou, but also has a nod toward important numbers for the band, 9 for the 9 bishops, and of course 21 for 21 Pilots. There's a sign that reads 9 Bishops brand available here, again referencing the 9 bishops of Dima. There's a poster advertising Jim Dunn's bubblegum, which is referencing Josh Dunn's dog, Jim. And there's also a sign for Velma's vapes, Velma being Debbie Ryan's cat. Once Tyler is on his bike, we see that he's wearing his Clancy stole again, yet another sign of these 2 worlds converging. Speaking of the bike, this video could definitely be a callback to the Stressed Out music video, where Tyler rode a tricycle, especially with the colors of both bikes being red and black. Midwest Indigo doesn't have as many Easter eggs, but it does have a few. At the start of the video, Tyler holds up a guitar pick to the camera. On it is a picture of a dog that's actually meant to be Jim Dunn, who we later see in the video. Looking at Tyler and Josh's outfits, we can see that each of them are wearing a reference to the lore. Josh is wearing his Torchbearer scarf again, and while we can't see Tyler's full shirt, it looks similar to one that he wore to an evening with 21 Pilots that had Clancy's escapee code on it. There's also a callback to the Ride music video when Tyler looks up into the blinding sun. Routines in the Night features a lot of lore-related references, considering that it isn't part of the narrative. Tyler wears a couple of outfits in this video, one of which is a t-shirt with Clancy's escapee number on it, and the other being a shirt with Clancy written on it, along with his Clancy stole. A really interesting Easter egg is that Tyler appears very briefly wearing red contacts, which if you're an avid fan, you know it usually means that Tyler is being taken over by Blurryface. Along with this, we also see the yellow flowers from the Nico and the Niners video sitting on a desk. A little further in, we see Tyler sit in front of a closet full of bishop robes, 8 to be exact. This could be symbolizing that Keon's is dead, or as I explained in my previous video, could be alluding to the fact that Tyler could be a bishop. We also see a bishop standing behind Josh in a few shots as he mouths something to the camera, possibly "help me," as some fans have theorized. Moving on to Vignette, one of the Easter eggs is actually found in the song, not the music video. At the beginning, we can hear a bird cry, which could be symbolizing the vultures from the trench era. In the video, Tyler is wearing a hoodie that reads Josh's best friend in Korean. Josh actually also has one of these hoodies that reads Tyler's best friend. Finally, Tyler is seen holding a red piece of paper throughout this video. This could be nothing, but it is interesting that this was released after the band sent a bunch of red envelopes to their fans containing lore about the narrative. Neither of the videos for The Craving have many references, considering they're just a love song, but the single version does have 2 little Easter eggs in it. Both can be seen when we see a close-up of the shotgun shell. In the background, we see a minifigure of Trash the Dragon. On the actual shell, we see the design that Tyler painted on it, a rabbit giving another rabbit a heart in a glass jar. This could be a callback to the lyrics of A Car, a Torch, a Death. Lavish also doesn't have too many references in it. One of them that may not be an Easter egg, but may just be a funny coincidence, is when they're standing in front of the store. Next to them is the top of an umbrella, although upon first look it could be easily mistaken for a bishop in a robe due to the similar coloration and fabric. There's also a reference to Capri Sun in the song, which is something that has been referenced in a few of their videos before, including Stressed Out and The Hype. Navigating is another one of the explicitly lore-related videos, and has a few things that might have been missed on a first watch. The main reveal of this video is that the torchbearer we have seen in the past few videos is not actually the real one, and was never there with Clancy. Before this reveal though, we see Clancy and Torchbearer crossing the trench mainland, and there's actually a moment when we see them cross by a pond where we only see Clancy and the other banditos' reflections, not torchbearers. We also see them pass by some yellow flowers, again referencing the yellow flowers from the trench era. The overall theme of this video also has a lot of similarities to the My Blood music video, and at the end of the video, after the song fades out, we can actually hear the beginning of My Blood before the video cuts off. Snapback doesn't have any direct Easter eggs, but the video itself is a callback to both Car Radio and Levitate, the 2 other music videos where Tyler has his head shaven. Oldie Station also doesn't have much besides the fact that Tyler is wearing a jacket with FPE on it. And at the risk of feeling dumb, we see some more outfit references. Tyler is yet again wearing his Clancy stole, but he's also wearing the same shirt that he wore in the Paladin Straight video. Josh is also seen wearing his Torchbearer scarf again. And finally, we arrive at Paladin Straight. The first interesting thing we see is when the Torchbearer and the Banditos bring Clancy a large wooden box. This box looks similar to the one Tyler is making in The Craving, with lots of intricate carvings on it. In the Bandito camp, we can see one of the Banditos wearing a jacket with the trench-era vulture on it. We also see a tank in the background with the East is Up symbol in yellow tape. Finally, in the Dima Tower on the wall are neon lights in the shape of 3 lines. Tyler actually has a tattoo of these lines and liked to tweet comparing the similarity of them to the lights in the video. Something that nearly all these videos have in common is the appearance of the blurry face paint on Tyler's hands and neck. This is an interesting thing to notice because this is the most that we've seen the blurry face paint on Tyler in any album era so far. If you'd like my interpretation of what this means, be sure to check out my previous video where I reveal an interesting theory on the relationship between Clancy and Nico. Obviously, this is not a complete list and there may be some things that I missed in my research, so if there are any Easter eggs, references, or callbacks that you noticed in any of these videos, feel free to put them in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I have a lot of other pilots related videos coming up and your support means a lot to me. As always, thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next video.